by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter taking a shot deep. Open target! From left to right, sets off. All
down!
Washington's gonna stop. He's gonna go for it. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Good evening, live from Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. It is the CFSL here on YouTube. Elanov joined by Cade Padgett here as Cade. We got a great matchup here as Florida journeys to take on the Sooners.
Elon, it is a little bit chilly here out in Norman. I don't know if these Gators are, ready for this change in weather, but we're up for a good one tonight.
And a high end over end kick to get us started, and the Gators will start off with it first. And a great return here by Dylan Reed, 28 yards, and it's 1st and 10. Florida. Stacy Smith, the sophomore from Ocala, Florida, had 3 receptions, 25 yards, and a touchdown in her season debut last week. Jack Schmidt in the pistol formation, hands this one off to Aaron King, and he will pick up 5. So a good gain there for the Gators.
Yeah, and King last week, 27 carries for 101 yards. Expect the Gators to ride him early.
Schmidt throws this one over the top, caught by Reed, 7-yard pickup, and it's good for the first Gator first down, of the game.
There's a good throw by Jack Schmidt, hitting his receiver in stride, right in the numbers.
Schmidt in the gun, goes for the pass, throws right side, caught this time by C.J. Jackson, gain of 3 on the play.
And C.J. Jackson broke the first tackle, paid the price for it on the second tackle, and you like to see Florida getting the ball to their playmakers early. Stacy Smith on the return, C.J. Jackson there on the reception. They make this offense go.
C.J. Jackson, of course, the sophomore from Lake Butler, Florida. A lot of homegrown talent on this Gator team. As Schmidt goes into the gun. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hands this one off to the King himself, but he's going nowhere. Loss of 3 as Akuma Hunter hunts him down in the backfield.
And Hunter with 3 early tackles. We're not even in a minute into the game. We could be looking at a 20-tackle night here, Elon.
7 minutes, 50 seconds left. Schmidt in the gun, drops back, floats it out towards the right side. It's King again. King still on his feet out to the 50. Caught a 5-yard gain for the junior out of Dallas.
And Aaron King did everything he could on that play to try and move the chains for Florida, but they come up just short. Good stand by the Sooner defense.
And this one kicked up high for the Sooners, and a return to the 20 by DJ Yost. So she gets 5 yards, and the Sooners will take over, led by quarterback Mateo Del Este, the generational talent sophomore out of Aberdeen, Maryland. Mateo hands this one off, taken off, it's Yost, and she'll pick up 9.
And we know the 2-headed monster, essentially 3-headed monster in this Oklahoma backfield. DJ Yost, Mateo Del Este, and William Avery. They are one of the best running teams in the league.
Del Este hands it off. Yost again has the first down, puts on a stiff arm. And DJ Yost with a 7-yard gain. Last week, 7 carries for 92 yards, almost a century. No touchdowns, though, for the senior.
And that's what you like to see if you're Oklahoma. Yost getting going early.
Mateo Del Este in the pistol, sends a man in motion. It's Felton. Dropping back to pass. Del Este throws deep, caught, and it's brought in by Timothy Neville.
And Tommy Neville on the crossing route across the field, but it's not really what you want to see from Del Este. Rolling right, cross body, all the way across the field to the left side. It's a great throw, but it's dangerous. Hopefully Florida doesn't make him pay for it later.
Tommy Neville with the reception. He had 6 for 64 yards, so definitely a deep threat here for Oklahoma tonight. Del Este, as we'll have a update from Twitch for you after this first down. Fakes the handoff to Yost, instead goes for the short pass, caught by Felton. 1-yard pickup, second down and 9.
And over on Twitch, Michigan State is up early on a pick six by Tomlin Bettis as they go up 7-0 on Virginia Tech with 7:42 left in the first quarter.
Here with 6:19 left, it's a handoff to Yost. She goes through the tackles and picks up 4.
And we're kind of seeing a similar drive from Oklahoma that we saw with Florida. They moved the chains on a couple early downs, and now they're starting to slow down, sputter a bit around midfield.
Let's see if they go deep again like what we saw last time. Del Este back to pass. Throws left side, has a man open, caught for the first down. It is Miller with a 13-yard pickup. Elijah Miller out of Miami, Florida, had 1 reception for 22 yards last week, and Del Este red hot to start this one off.
Yeah, if the Florida Gators are going to leave him wide open, Del Este is going to pick this defense apart. You have to have tougher defense.
Split backs, hands off to Yost. Nope, check that. That is Avery. He'll pick up 6, and a good first run for William Avery, the senior out of Starksville, Mississippi. So 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom as Del Este throws, caught, and it's another reception for Neville. 6-yard pickup and another first down. And right now the Sooners moving the ball pretty much on command.
They are into the red zone. Elin, Tommy Neville, his second catch of the drive. Del Este settling in.
Del Este hands off to Yost, and she will get hit in the backfield. There first was Craig Jones.
And DJ Yost did everything she could to even get the 1 yard that she got on that play. Great job by the Florida defense.
So Jones picks up the tackle, and it's 2nd down and 9. Del Este in the pistol. Hands this one off. Nope, fake the handoff to Avery, and Del Este is going to come down after a gain of 1. There on the stop, it looked to be Giga Dolidze, as well as a few other Gators in on the play. Mateo Del Este, one of the coolest names in the league, throws for the end zone, has a man, and he overshot his intended receiver. It looked like it was going to be Houston Begley in the corner, and it'll settle for a field goal from the walk-on. This could be interesting.
And Del Este after the kick. And Del Este, apologies.
Nope.
Del Este threw the ball into a tight window, had his man with a little bit more touch, could have been a touchdown. But like you said, the walk-on kicker punches it in for 3.
Over on Twitch, a 3-yard touchdown run by Malcolm Dansby as Virginia Tech ties it up with Michigan State with 6:45 left in the first. Here it is a 3-0 Sooner lead with 4:23 left in the first, as the Sooners had a promising first drive, stalled out a little bit, but they did not come away empty-handed. We'll see what Florida does, led by Jack Schmidt, the junior out of Gainesville. Pistol formation, he has King in the backfield, and it's a handoff. Check that, this is the walk-on. Oh, nope, sorry, Aaron King did take the ball, my apologies. Picks up 2 on the play.
And 3 carries for 4 yards for King. That's not the yards per carry you want to see from him. Hopefully he can get the motor running for Florida.
27 carries for 101 yards last week. Big handoff to King, throws towards the right side, nearly intercepted, almost brought in by Jackson Brown.
And if Jackson Brown doesn't do a little pirouette in midair, he might be taking it back for 6.
Big 3rd down coming up for Florida. Schmidt drops back, looking to throw, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and it looked to be Stacy Smith, just couldn't hang on to it.
And it looked like Stacy Smith heard footsteps on that play, tried to turn around before the ball was in her hands.
So it'll go back to Florida, or to Oklahoma, the home team, with a great start here tonight, as DJ Yost with a 12-yard return.
Elin, if you're Oklahoma, do you want to see Del Este maybe run the ball a little more on this drive?
Definitely. Now that it seems like your defense has control, this is a chance to kind of have a blowout, pull-away quarter to start this game if you're Oklahoma. And what do you know? Del Este starts running, but he runs into trouble, picks up 3 yards. In on the hit was Quan Wilson, the senior out of South Laurel, Maryland.
And it wasn't a design run, Elin. It was a scramble that ultimately Del Este had to fight for every inch of that 3 yards that he got. But if you're Oklahoma with William Avery, with DJ Yost, with Del Este, this offense goes through the run. The pass is opened up through the run.
Yost in the backfield, gets the handoff, takes off, picks up the first down, no problem. And DJ Yost with a 14-yard gain. She's got 35 already, and we're not even a quarter of a way through this thing.
Every time we see Oklahoma on the field, Elin, we expect them to run the ball 50 to 60 times a game. They are that good.
Del Este takes the snap, going deep. What a catch by Malachi Cobb.
And it was a great catch, like you said, but I'm more impressed with the throw. That was a white on rice coverage by the Florida defender, and Del Este just fit it in there.
Hand off this time to Yost, who picks up 8 yards on the play.
You are putting a lot of pressure on your defense if Yost is going to rip off 7, 8, 9 yards a play. Florida needs to stop the run first before anything else.
Doing some quick math between Yost, Avery, and Del Este, as you mentioned, they ran the ball 58 times last week as Dolidze comes through for her second tackle of the game and gets Del Este for a loss.
Elin, there must be some listening devices up here while we talk about this, because the Florida defense was all over that run. They know that this Oklahoma team wants to run the ball, and they sold out to stop it.
Del Este, 3rd and 8, needs to convert here, going deep, throws, caught by Elijah Miller for a 16-yard gain, and another Sooner first down.
And a little bit of a toe tap there on the sideline, right where his guy was going to be. Great throw by Del Este, great catch by Elijah Moore. But again, if Oklahoma is going to run the ball 50 to 60 times like we talked about, that's what Florida has to stop first. And then in these passing situations, you have to be near perfect.
Del Este takes the handoff, keeps it himself, gets to the 10, to the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma, as they will strike first into the end zone. They got the field goal earlier, but Mateo Del Este, the generational talent at Aberdeen, Maryland, showing you how good he can be on that play.
And that was a grown man run by Del Este. Met in the backfield immediately, threw the defender off like a rag doll. That was all Del Este on that touchdown run.
Kick is good and over on Twitch. A 7-yard touchdown pass to Thanatos Shockley as Michigan State takes a 14-7 lead on Virginia Tech with 4.5 left in the first quarter.
And if you're Florida, we know what they have on offense. Elin, I expect them to get guys like CJ Jackson and Stacy Smith going, use their top of the line speed to open up this passing game.
The one thing that happened on that last drive that, if you're Florida, is a little concerning is how many drops they had. Jack Schmidt delivered it to where it needed to be, but the wide receivers just couldn't hold on to it. We'll see if that has been remedied here. Schmidt keeps it, now dishes it out towards the right side. Still on his feet for a first down, and a strong run by C.J. Jackson.
And C.J. Jackson, known for his speed, but showed a little bit of his power. Lowered his shoulder, ran through the defender, said, "Get off me, son. We got to get this offense going."
Absolutely, and that'll set up 1st and 10, under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Schmidt hands off to King. He'll pick up 2.
And just like Oklahoma opens up their pass game with the run, you'd like to see Florida do it. Aaron King hit the century mark last week. He's not on pace for that right now. Hopefully the Florida offensive line can start clearing some holes. 47
carries of the ball for this Florida D offense, as that one finds Lewis for an 8-yard pickup, 3rd and 1.
And Jack Schmidt taking what the defense is going to give you. Good catch in traffic by Ricky Lewis to set up a 3rd and 1. I don't know, Elin, it may be a little early, but we're in a little bit of no man's land.
Well, still can convert here. Throws in, he will. Caught by Aaron King, the running back. Can do it all tonight.
Exactly, showing he can do it on the ground and through the air. And there's no need to talk about going for it on 4th down in no man's land when you convert on 3rd down.
Takes care of that problem really easily. Schmidt hands up King. He's got room to run. Runs towards the left side where 2 Sooners were waiting for him. Among them was Maverick Sanders. But what's interesting is instead of going left, if he had gone right, it looked like there was a hole there to maybe pick up the first down. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Dropping back, throws and overthrows his man. That'll bring up 3rd down.
A little bit of a broken play there for Florida. They had a screen pass set up. Jack Schmidt didn't like it, so he threw it into the third row to avoid the turnover.
Schmidt back to pass, throws right side, and lucky to walk away from that one. Is all over that play was Lamar Carr. 4th and 4 coming up.
And Lamar Carr, the famous Carr lineage, knows that that was one that he had a chance to come away with. But if you're the Oklahoma defense, it's a punt. You're getting the ball back to your offense that is humming right now.
Well, now we'll go back to, as you mentioned, the red-hot Oklahoma Sooner offense led by Mateo Del Este, who had that big boy run to put it into the end zone. Handoff Yost. She puts on a stiff arm, rather. Picks up 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
It's a real nice luxury when your running back gets met as soon as she gets the ball, and she still manages to get 6 yards on the play. What a run by Yost.
Pistol formation, Del Este. Takes the snap, hands off Yost, and she'll get the first down with some nice running there from the senior. Well, 1 down, and it's all Sooners. 10-0 Oklahoma. You're tuned in to the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Elin Olive and Cade Padgett joining you live from Norman as the Sooners lead it 10-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Del Este fakes the handoff, drops back, throws a bullet, dropped. Great coverage there by Florida. The linebacker was able to get in there and make a great play, Randall White. Del Este in this gun, drops back, throws towards the right side into traffic, but it's caught by Neville.
And you mentioned it last drive for the Florida Gators having a handful of drops that stalled their drive. Maybe the drops have worked their way to the other sideline for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Del Este drops back again, throws across his body and caught by Elijah Miller. That just shows you how strong his arm is. If he can throw kind of across like that and just deliver a dot.
It's only a 14-yard catch, but that was easily a 30 or 40-yard throw. You can win every game on corner routes.
Dropping back, Del Este throws towards the left side, caught turning upfield. It is DJ Yost with the 12-yard gain and another movement of the chains for the Sooners.
Getting the ball to the playmakers early is Del Este. The Oklahoma Sooners offense is on the move once again.
Del Este, number 7, Oklahoma Sooners, number 10, Florida Gators. Del Este keeps it himself, and he'll pick up 6 yards on the play. A whole group of Gators all over that play. Involved there was number 11, Craig Jones. Del Este back to pass again. Keeps it himself. Has the it looks like he had the first down easily, but he's met at the very end there. But he still gets the first down. Good job to make it a little bit difficult, though, by J.J. Jackson.
And 6 yards on back-to-back plays for the Sooners. If you're Florida, you have to feel confident that 6 yards may be able to stop them.
Del Este delivers this one to Cobb, and he'll get 15 yards. 1st and goal, Oklahoma.
And Del Este stepping up into the pocket there. But just to finish on that thought, you'd rather them get 6-yard runs instead of 12 or 13. At least on 6, you're forcing them to play a 2nd down or a 3rd down on that drive.
We'll have an update from Twitch for you after this. 1st and goal. Another chance to put up points for Del Este and company. Has William Avery in the backfield. Del Este keeps it himself, wrapped up, going nowhere fast by Caleb Coulon.
Caleb Coulon with his first sack of the night brought down Del Este, the freshman from Nashville, Tennessee. Stopped Del Este on what would have been an easy touchdown run. Good play by number 99.
Over on Twitch, a 1-yard touchdown run by David Michael. And Michigan State extends the lead 21-7 with 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Del Este in the gun. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself. Stops, almost hesitating. It looked like it cost him. There first for the Gators was Joe Wayne.
And if you're Oklahoma, you want to see Del Este just put his head down and run north and south, not east to west. The cutbacks cost him.
Del Este drop back to pass, throws left side, caught by Neville. 3-yard pickup. Neville's having a good night tonight. 4 receptions for 30 yards. And a great tackle will bring up the walk-on for the field goal attempt.
And J.J. Jackson outsides there by Neville, the tight end, made a great open field tackle to hold it to a field goal. Even after everything, it is still only a 2-possession game.
So now if you're Jack Schmidt and company, one more touchdown and you're back in, or just one touchdown for that matter, and you are back into this thing squarely as Reed brings it forward 22 yards. So we'll see what the Gators do here on this drive. But right now, judging from what we've seen, Oklahoma seems to have them right where they want them. Schmidt in the gun, hands off King, and he will lose the football. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Sooners. Great recovery by Akuma Hunter with his second big play of the game.
And we're going to need to see this. It was in traffic, Elon. I don't know if the runner was down. Let's see if they go to a review. But either way, great play by the Sooner defense.
They're going to look at it. You can tell. Yep. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Ooh, that's tough.
Bang, bang play. He looks down. I mean, it's possible that they stick with the call on the field simply because that's what it was. But it wouldn't shock me if they overturn it.
They overturn it. The hit, by the way, was made by Jackson Chambers out of Indianapolis. So that'll give the Gators a little bit of a second breath. Schmidt hands it off to King, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from Jackson Chambers again, who seems to have his number tonight.
You feel like you just got away with one there on the previous play. If you're Florida and you come back and the Oklahoma defense is flying around, at some point, Florida's going to need to take a shot.
3rd and 8, Schmidt dropping back, goes for the short pass intended for King, but it's past him, and they will go ahead and punt this one back to Oklahoma.
And number 7, TJ Banks, the junior out of Birmingham, Alabama, was all over that screen, forced an incomplete pass. You're asking a lot of the Florida defense right now, Elon, to keep holding up against this stout Oklahoma offense.
You know, you just mentioned how great the Oklahoma offense has been, but how about the performance by the Oklahoma defense tonight?
They have stymied everything that the Gators have thrown at them. Not even 60 total yards in the game, and the Sooners are approaching 200 on the game.
Del Este, play action, rolling towards his left, tucks it, keeps it, and slides after a gain of 2. Man, that was a long 2 yards there, Cade.
That was a lot of work for a little bit of gain. And Del Este made the business decision at the end of that to slide. Probably could have gotten more, but realizes where we're at.
Del Este now keeps it himself, tripped up, gets a yard on the play, 3rd and 7.
If I'm Oklahoma, I'm looking at Del Este, and I'm probably asking him to maybe stay in the pocket a little more on some of these runs. It seems like as soon as he hits his back foot on the drop, he's scrambling.
Dropping back, Del Este throws, caught for the first down by Miller.
And that's what happens if he stays in the pocket. A clean pocket by the offensive line allows Elijah Miller to get the 8 that they needed for the first down. Find Elijah Miller, find Malachi Cobb, find Tommy Neville, and just pick them apart.
Del Este already over 100 yards passing, as that one is almost brought in by Tyrone White. Great defense.
And just as a passing game adds a wrinkle to the Oklahoma offense, if you're Florida, that's what you want Oklahoma to do. You want them to throw because it gives a chance for a turnover.
Del Este takes the handoff, keeps it himself, had a blocker on the ground, tripped up at the last minute. A huge effort there from A.J. Van Gerp.
And without that tackle, that is easily getting close to the red zone first down for Oklahoma.
Del Este hands off this time to Yost. She'll get the first down. And now that'll move the chains again for the Sooners.
You're asking a lot. I've been saying it all night. You're asking a lot of this Gator defense to hold Yost and Del Este to 2 or 3 yards a carry. If they're going to keep getting into 3rd and short, it's going to be easy money for the Sooners.
Del Este in the pistol, excuse me. It's Avery this time, and he's going nowhere. Loss of 5 yards as JT Morey comes up with the middle linebacker on the blitz.
And it was a great blitz by Morey, and this is what you want if you're the Gators. Get them into 2nd and long behind the chains to where they can't do what they want to do.
Handoff this time, Yost has a hole, goes right up the center and gets 14 back to create a 3rd and very manageable.
I say they can't do what they want to do in 2nd and long, and they do it anyway and get right up to a 3rd and 1.
5 of 7 on the money down. Del Este hands off Avery, and he's in there. 4-yard gain. Great job there by Caleb Coulon to try to get there to get contact, but Avery just too strong on that one.
It just goes to show the versatility of this Sooner offense, that it could be Avery, Yost, or Del Este. Someone's going to carry the ball and get that first.
Del Este lobs it high. What a catch! Touchdown! Oh, I thought he had it. It looked like he had it. Houston Begley couldn't hang on to it. 2nd and 10.
Confused everybody right there. Begley went up in double coverage, couldn't come down with it. Great throw by Del Este.
Del Este throws this one short. This time it's Archer, 5-yard pickup.
And going back to that Begley incomplete pass, we don't know really what we saw, but the Gator defense standing strong to give them a 3rd and manageable right here. This is an opportunity to, again, force an Oklahoma field goal.
Del Este needs 5 yards, and he's going to get it. Delivers it right on the button to Jacob Archer.
Needed 5, got 6. Del Este hung in the pocket and delivered an absolute bullet to his receiver on a slant route.
Randall White on the stop, 1st and 10. Takes the snap, handoff Yost, has a hole, touchdown Oklahoma.
And Oklahoma up to almost 130 rushing yards. Even I don't think Yost was touched until she got to the 1-yard line. You cannot stop this Sooner offense if that's the kind of rushing lanes that she's going to have. Pick them apart right now.
Kick is up, and it is good. And at some point, you think they may go for a 2-point conversion. But the way that this defense is playing, I mean, first Florida's got to prove that they can put some points on the board.
I mean, you need something. You need anything. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this game. There's still an entire second half. We've seen some wild comebacks, but you need something. You need points. Anything.
55 yards for the entire Florida offense. And 2:39 left in the first half. Schmidt takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and turns upfield, picks up the first down. About a 15-yard gain for Jack.
Jack Schmidt doing his best. And Mateo Del Este impression on that keeper right there. Finally got the Florida offense moving. You said they had 55 yards before this drive started. That was 15 right there. That's 25% of what they previously had.
We'll see if that gets the car rolling here for the Gators. Schmidt under center, King in the backfield. Hands off King, and he will get 2 yards on the play. Brown on the stop.
And Oklahoma obviously did their scouting report, know what Aaron King can do on the ground. You saw what we did last week. He's under 2 yards per carry right now.
Schmidt drops back, throws, and that is caught around the 40 by Hancock.
And a nice little outside comeback route by Duke Hancock, and an absolute bullet by Jack Schmidt, hitting him, throwing that ball before his receivers even turned around, hit him right in the numbers. That is what you want to see if you are Florida. That is the heartbeat that gets your offense going.
2 minutes remaining here in the half. Schmidt in the gun, sends a man in motion and keeps it himself. Picks up 2 on the play. Interesting call as he had CJ Jackson open on the wing to kind of pitch it back out, but he keeps it himself for 2.
If you're Jack Schmidt, you got to pitch that to CJ Jackson. Even if you lose a yard or 2, give it the potential to go long.
Schmidt back to pass, throws over the middle. It's Jackson for a first down.
And Jack Schmidt giving C.J. Jackson his love right back on that next play. Good little sit-down route, moves the chains, approaching the red zone.
They got a minute 20 to make something happen here in the first half. Schmidt drops back, throws towards the right side. Caught this time by Dylan Reed. Timeout Florida with a minute 14 and a fresh set of downs.
And this is the Gator offense that we know, Elon, taking what the defense gives you.
Schmidt hands off Jackson, rolls towards the left side, out in front of everybody. Almost got there, but it's good enough for a first down, first and goal. Timeout with a minute 9. Ball on the 3.
And we saw the speed there from C.J. Jackson, 2 steps shy of that end zone.
Schmidt keeps it himself, going nowhere. Great blitz there by Wesley Wiersma.
Wiersma got there in a hurry. I don't think Jack Schmidt had any chance to even read the play to get the pitch off. What a play by the Sooner defense.
Schmidt in the gun, King in the backfield. Schmidt keeps it himself, and a huge hit by Jackson Brown. 3rd and goal.
The Sooner defense going, bend, don't break.
And a flag on the play. Ooh. When you're the team trying to build momentum, that's a painful one.
That's a bullet in your own foot right there, Elon. You had them on the 3-yard line going in, and now you were sitting on the 15 needing points.
Schmidt has to go to the air here. Throws right side. Caught. Touchdown, Duke Hancock.
And what do we know in this booth, Elon? We're talking about how Florida's shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and TFLs, but they just wanted to spread out this Sooner defense and give Jack Schmidt a chance to pick them apart. Great route and a great throw by the Gators.
Johnny Long puts the extra point through, and it's a 2-possession game with about 41 seconds remaining here in the first half. Oklahoma with the chance to go 2 for 1, as I believe it was Florida who took the opening kickoff, as DJ Yost will bring it forward 21 yards.
I believe you are right. I think Florida did have it to start, but look at this play breakdown. Obviously, more plays in favor of running, but there's only a 3-yard difference for the Oklahoma Sooners right now. This is about as balanced of an offense as we have seen in week 2.
Del Este, 35 seconds and 3 timeouts. Keeps it himself. Turns upfield, slides down after a gain of 8. Timeout, Oklahoma.
And you'd like to see Del Este maybe either fight for a few more yards or get him out of bounds so that way they don't waste the timeout.
Del Este back to pass, and he's going to tuck it himself, going nowhere. Great read by Craig Jones.
And Craig Jones shutting it down immediately. You could see Del Este didn't like what he saw downfield and wanted to call his own number. Got stuck up on the offensive line and just brought down by Craig Jones. Good stand by the Florida defense.
3rd and 10. 19 seconds and counting left in the second quarter. We'll see if Del Este does snap it or if they're just going to take this to the locker room.
I'm betting he snaps it with like 2 seconds left just to get one last play.
Here, right there, 2 seconds. You're a wizard. Del Este throws, caught by Cobb, and that's going to do it for the first half. So halfway home, Oklahoma with a pretty commanding lead. It's Oklahoma 20, Florida 7. You're tuned into the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Elon Olive and Cade Padgett here in Norman, as right now the home team and the home fans loving what they're seeing.
Yeah, it has been all Oklahoma in this first half, minus the last 2 minutes. We saw DJ Yost, we saw Del Este, we saw Neville, we saw Cobb, we saw everybody and anybody wearing Sooner red tonight get a highlight play in that first half, and it feels like Florida's hanging on by a thread. They needed that last drive to get them at least into the end zone right before half to cut it to a 2-possession lead, but Mr. Momentum is sitting on that Sooner sideline right now.
Yeah, Luke Combs may not have been right about there being no love in Oklahoma. It seems like there is plenty of love right now in Oklahoma, as they are leading this one 20-7. And look at those numbers right there.
They're nearly doubling up on pass, nearly tripling up on run, 2.5 minutes in time of possession. It's just been domination by the Sooners. But the fact is, it's still a 2-possession game, and Florida is right there. We saw a little bit of something going from the Gator offense, and who knows, maybe a turnover, maybe a stop, you're right back in it.
Well, and it's going to be the Sooners that get us started here in the second half, as this is a return by Jacob Archer. 1st and 10, and now we'll see what Mateo Del Este has in store for us.
I expect to see a lot of Del Este and a lot of Yost early in this drive.
Yeah, you might be in a little bit of a clock-killing mode, as Del Este will kill it and take it himself, picks up the first down. Del Este out to the 50, still on his feet, dragging a whole host of Gators into Florida territory. A 29-yard rush by the big man, Mateo Del Este.
And you saw it pre-snap. Florida walked both safeties down. They were coming on a blitz and on a read option. Unless you are technically sound, you're going to get beat. It was a great read by Del Este to keep it, and an even better run.
Del Este in the pistol. Dropping back. Throws towards the left side, and Tommy Neville catches that one inside a window for 2nd and 5.
In the classic double outie, Tommy Neville, the inside out route. Good catch to set up a second and manageable.
Del Este in the pistol yet again. Hands this one off. Avery, he's got the first down.
It's really hard to stop the running game, Elin, especially when you're getting 3 to 4 yards before contact is even being made.
Pistol formation for Del Este. Takes a snap, hands this one off. Yost, she goes towards the right side and manages to get even more. She's going to the ground. 2nd and 5.
If you're Florida, you're glad that it's not a big play first down, but 5 yards, it's like a little jab in boxing. It's not going to knock you out, but they rack up.
Del Este keeps it himself, has blocking, picks up the first down inside the 20.
And there's another jab by that Oklahoma offense. Again, we're not getting 50, 60, 70-yard plays, but 5, 6, 7, it's hard to stop, and the Gator defense is reeling.
Del Este in the pistol. It's Avery now into the game. Throw right side, caught by the big man Neville, and it's 1st and goal.
And we love seeing a picture-perfect corner route by the tight end. Great throw by Del Este to hit his big man in the numbers, give him a chance to score, but eventually 4 Gators stop him. They are 1st and goal to go on the 5-yard line.
Just under 7.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, and trying to get this thing back out to a 3-possession game. Del Este fakes the handoff. Yost, they all bit, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And like you said, they all bit. Everyone thought DJ Yost was going to get the ball. Del Este said, no, thank you. I'm going to call my own number. When you're going against the read option, you have to have your own man. Someone's the pitch, someone's the read, someone's the back, someone's the quarterback. And this Gator defense is not maintaining their technical abilities right now, and it is allowing Oklahoma to tear them up.
Oklahoma picks up right where they left off. Usually, Cade, in this league, we've seen plenty of momentum swings happen after the locker room, where the team with all the momentum kind of stalls out on that first drive. Not tonight, as Oklahoma just looks like they are doing whatever they want on this field.
It was a well-oiled machine on that last drive. A little bit of Del Este, a little bit of Yost, a little bit of Avery, and a little bit of Tommy Neville. And it's hard to stop if you're the Gator defense. This offense needs something to pick them up.
Schmidt takes the handoff to King, keeps himself. What a stiff arm from Schmidt, and he puts on 2 before he's finally brought down from behind by Jackson Brown.
And Jack Schmidt throwing some mean stiff arms, but if you're the Gator defense, look at how Oklahoma just played that. Jack Schmidt kept it on the read, and there was 2 defenders there immediately.
Schmidt drops back, has blocking up front, tucks it and runs, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. The defense collapsing on him, causing him to slide down.
And Jack Schmidt saw Sooner Red right in front of him in the form of 3 defenders, made the business decision to play for 3rd and short.
3rd and inches. Schmidt Hands off King. He's got the first down to the 50 inside of Sooner territory with a 11-yard gain for Aaron King.
Easily the best run of King's night tonight. 22 yards on the night. He got half of it on that run alone. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Schmidt under center. Hands off King. Thus towards the right side. Now skates towards the inside. Snuck through the defense and picks up another big gain.
And just like we just said, Aaron King might finally be getting rolling, approaching 40 yards on the night. He had 100 last week. If Florida wants any chance at coming back in this game, it's got to be ball control ball, and you got to ride the hot hand.
Schmidt in the gun. Has Jackson off his left hit. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Rolls towards the left side and is brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Tackle made by Jackson Chambers, but it's the clipping on Oklahoma.
And that is just something that you cannot have. The center, Tony Adams, on the clip. Sets up what would have been a 2nd and 5 to a 1st and 20 on Florida. I mean, that's just not what you want to see.
Schmidt takes the snap, hands off King, goes towards the right side. What a read by Akuma Hunter.
If you're Florida, that clipping call is ever looming. You had Aaron King going, and you had a good spot on what was supposed to be 2nd and short, but now the Sooner defense can sell out to stop you.
Schmidt in the gun. Hands off this time to the walk-on. No, that's not the walk-on. That's Shelly Menchaca, who usually plays on defense. They brought her in to do running 3rd and 17, and you can bet Jack Schmidt is going to be going to the air here. Dropping back. Throws left side for the first down, and it is dropped. Devin Dudley on the defense, and it's 4th and long, and that'll go back to Oklahoma.
The 5'9" freshman out of Djibouti. Great place name. I know exactly who it is. But, I mean, if you're Jack Schmidt, you know that you had to take a shot, and you don't want to target Lamar Carr, so you might as well target Devin Dudley. But that's not what you want to see if you're Florida. You don't want to be punting the ball here.
Over on Twitch, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Blue Haddocks as Michigan State extends their lead 28-7 with 7.5 left in the 3rd. Handoff to DJ Yost here, and she's got 14 yards and another big gain, and that gives her over 100 yards with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Wow.
Last week, 17 for 92. This week, 13 carries, 103 yards already. She is tearing it up.
Handoff Yost again. Turns up field, puts on the stiff arm, and she'll pick up 6 more.
And Yost getting another 6, over 110 yards now, averaging 8.1 yards per carry. You will not stop her tonight.
Pistol formation. Takes the handoff. Del Este with the keeper, but he is brought down in the backfield. Good read there, and a way to stay with the play if you're Tyrone White.
And a great job by the Florida defense. Probably the first time tonight that they've successfully stopped that read option for a TFL. Sets up a 3rd and manageable, a chance to get off the field.
Pistol formation. Del Este drops back with 4 minutes and 10 seconds, but he held on to the ball too long, and Joe Wayne, my apologies, makes them pay for it.
And the Florida defense forces Del Este to try to beat them through the air, and they hold up just long enough. That is a coverage sack. Joe Wayne making them pay. Florida getting the ball back.
We'll see what Florida can do with it with 4 minutes and counting left in the 3rd. And Oklahoma going to take their time getting this one off, and they do. That one falls into the arms of Reed with an 11-yard gain. Here we go.
Probably the best field position of the night for the Florida Gators, starting on the 41-yard line, going out. They're only a couple first downs away from scoring territory.
Schmidt hands this one off King, and he'll pick up 6.
Not sure how Aaron King got 6 yards on that run. It seemed like 11 of the 22 players were within a 5-yard stretch right there. Good by the Gator.
Schmidt in the gun, takes the snap, keeps it himself and is brought down by Hunter.
And Jack Schmidt doing everything he can just to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard. You need to convert here if you're Florida. You are approaching do or die territory.
Third and 4. Schmidt, big third down here. Pistol formation. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, and he's running, and he's going nowhere. Great read by Brian Singletary, the senior out of Portland, Maine.
And it was just a bad play call from the start. If you hand it off to Aaron King, he's meant for a TFL. If Jack Schmidt keeps it as he did, he's meant for a TFL. It's just not what you wanted to see if you're the Gators, and the Sooner defense stands tall once again.
How about the performance by this Oklahoma defense here tonight? Less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and they have done a great job. Great run here by DJ Yost on the return, and here come the Sooners.
Little bit of an announcer jinx here, Elon. I think the only thing that this Sooner defense is missing is a turnover by the Florida offense to put together a picture-perfect night.
They had one, but it was overturned on review as Del Este goes out to Neville, turns upfield, and has the first down.
And the big tight end lowers his shoulder at the line again, gets 2 extra yards to move the chain, 7 catches, 62 yards. He is putting up a great stat line tonight.
Mateo Del Este, 18 of 22 this evening, as he'll hand it off to Yost. She turns around the corner, turns upfield to the 40, 35, 30, turns on the Jets, and a huge 30-yard gain by DJ Yost. She has been unstoppable tonight.
And I talked about it earlier, Elin. These runs that Oklahoma was putting together were like little jabs in a boxing match. That 30-yard run by Yost was an uppercut. That was the one that's going to have Florida stumbling against the rope. She's almost at 150 yards. Oklahoma is approaching scoring territory once again. You're up against it now.
Del Este hands off this time Avery, and he'll pick up 3 yards. You know, it's not 30, but if you can gain 3 yards every play, you're in good position if you're Oklahoma.
You may have to go for it every fourth down, every third or fourth play, but you will never punt the ball at 3 yards play.
Del Este drops back to pass, throws towards the right side. It's Neville again, puts on a stiff arm, and he picks up 5, creating 3rd and 2. Keep your eye on the lady of the night, number 29, DJ Yost.
I know those stiff arms, we see those every game, but they just seem nasty when they come in. They look violent.
Here we go. Dropping back, it's Del Este. Throwing for the end zone. Touchdown, Malachi Cobb.
And we talked about it all night, the running game of this Sooner offense. And finally, Del Este puts some touch onto that ball. Over the defender underneath, under the defender over top. It was a perfect pass to Malachi Cobb to extend it to a 27-point lead for the Sooners.
It's not quite a backbreaker, but man, you can hear it starting to warm up. The fat lady starting to warm up for Florida. They have to get something in this drive here, Cade. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I'm a big fan of boxing, and it's a good return.
Dylan Reed gives them a good chance here. Well, if you're a big fan of boxing right now, Florida's on the ropes. They're on the tarp. They got to get up.
I'm a big fan of the boxing analogies tonight, and that uppercut by Yost, and now it was a haymaker on that touchdown pass. Florida is officially on the mat, and the ref is counting to 10. They need to get up.
Schmidt drops back, throws towards the left side, caught by Jackson for a big first down.
And right on the sideline, C.J. Jackson's 3rd catch of the night. You'd like for him to get more, but Jack Schmidt sitting here with a minute left in the third quarter, under 100 yards passing. That is not what you want to see.
Dropping back the pass, throws, caught for the first down. It's Jackson again for a 17-yard gain.
And Jack Schmidt finally going back to his playmaker, back-to-back plays, up to 42 yards, 11 for 17, 109 yards is a halfway decent stat line if we're in the first quarter, not in the third quarter. Finally, this Gator offense is getting going again.
Schmidt in the gun. Final minute of the third quarter. Fakes the handoff to King, and he's going nowhere. A whole bunch of Sooners there. We'll see who they credit it to. Hunter was there, but it's Misha Smith who picks up the tackle. 2nd down and 9.
I'd argue that if you're the Florida Gators, you throw the running game out of the window and you let Schmidt air it out.
Schmidt going to run it, and he is blocked by Hunter, who was going hunting there.
That was just a violent forearm to the chin play. That was not what you want to see if you're Florida. And Elon, we're running out of time here. Florida wants to make a chance.
Schmidt has to go here. 3rd and 11. Throw towards the left side. Caught by the tight end, Ricky Lewis. 6-yard reception, only the 2nd time we've seen him. 4th and 5, and they're going to go for a field goal.
I get the field goal. It takes it from a 4 to a 3 possession game technically, because you'll have 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. But you are now asking an offense to be perfect that has been far from perfect tonight. You're asking a defense that to be perfect that has been far from perfect tonight.
You know, it really feels like this is the chance that Oklahoma has to kind of put this thing away. If they can score on the first drive in the 4th quarter, that might be enough. That might do it.
I feel like a field goal here, if you take off 2 or 3 minutes, would be enough.
Del Este dropping back, now rolls towards the left. Great block up front, dumps that one off into the arms of Charlie Felton. And that's going to do it for the 3rd. So Oklahoma leads 34-10. Florida, they're hitting the desperation button. We'll see what they can pull off here in the 4th quarter. You're tuned in to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Elon Olf and Cade Padgett will see what the Sooners have in store here. And off to Yost, and she'll pick up 2.
And Evelyn De Jesus on the TFL, probably the first time of the night that Yost has been stopped at least even moderately close to the line of scrimmage.
Pistol formation, Del Este throws towards the right side, caught by Miller, and it's 4th down. So the Gators stand tall, and now they've given the offense the chance they need. It's like, all right, here's the ball back. Now go make something of it.
We talked about perfection needed for the Florida Gators in the 4th quarter, and it may not have been perfect on that drive. You would have liked some TFLs, a turnover, something, but you got the ball back for your offense, and now, you said it, it's now or never for Jack Schmidt and the Florida Gators.
They have 8.5 minutes to work with here. Schmidt takes the snap, dropping back. Throw caught by King, and he's going to be short of the 1st down. Hunter was there, but the tackle goes to Brown.
And if it was me, Elon, I would be going into a 2-minute offense, hurry-up offense from here on out. I know that the Gators aren't going to do that, but time is against you. It's a good play by Jack Schmidt and Aaron King, but we're letting too much time tick off the clock here.
Odds are definitely stacked against them at this point in time. Schmidt in the pistol. Takes the snap, drops back. Already a minute gone by in the 4th quarter. Schmidt, he's short of the 1st down. Brought down from behind. Great play there by Jackson Chambers again. Or check that. That was actually Caleb Allen. My apologies.
And Caleb Allen sold out there. There was no one in front of Jack Schmidt for at least 10 or 15 yards. And what a play by the Sooner defensive end.
Depending on how quickly they snap this ball, they've only got 7.5 minutes to work with as they hand off to King, and he'll pick up the 1st down the hard way.
And he stumbles forward for it, Elon. He wasn't going to get it. The Sooner defense managed to read that play perfectly, but somehow King found a hole.
Schmidt chopping back. Throw caught for the 1st down, and on his way, her way, it's Stacey Smith.
And the fact that we are at the 7.5-minute mark in the 4th quarter and Stacey Smith has her first catch of the game is either a discredit to the Florida offense or a huge credit to the Sooner defense.
Schmidt dropped back to pass, throws right side. That looked like was going for Smith again, but great coverage there provided by Lamar Carr.
And Lamar Carr heard us in the booth talking about they want to get the ball to Stacey Schmidt, and she just didn't get it.
Schmidt drops back. Throw short, caught by Jackson. Loss of 4 as he is dragged down from behind by big 53 Misha Smith.
There's just no sense of urgency for the Florida offense. They seem to believe that there's a fifth quarter in this game, Elin, and that they don't have just 7 minutes left.
Schmidt in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, throws deep, caught by Jackson, but he goes out of bounds. Stop the clock. 4th down coming up.
And obviously they're going to go for this play, Elin. They need a conversion here.
This could be the game right here if you make a stop as Oklahoma. Schmidt has to convert here. Steps up, throws right side, caught for the first down, but he fumbles the football. And there's the turnover Oklahoma has been looking for.
And this is a bang play. I don't know if it's a catch fumble or if it's an incomplete pass. Either way, the Sooner defense is going to be getting Sooner offense, is getting the ball back.
Jackson Brown makes the play, and now Mateo Del Este and DJ Yost can go to work. Goes for the short pass, caught by Cobb, who has a touchdown tonight already, and it's 2nd down and 6.
And this Oklahoma offense, like you said, going back to work, but you have to feel for the Florida defense here. They have spent a lot of this game on the field fighting for their lives against one of the best rushing attacks in the CFSL.
Del Este going deep, and that is dropped. Had his man, but couldn't hold on to it. Great coverage there by Shelly Menchaca. 3rd and 6.
And it was a good throw into traffic. Probably a little bit of a better play by the Gator defense than a bad play by the Sooner offense.
Del Este dropping back, throws towards the left side, caught in stride. It's Cobb to the 30, the 25, 20, and out of bounds. A 50-yard reception for Malachi Cobb.
And the Oklahoma offense showing us that they can do it every which way. 24 of 29, 259 yards passing, 1 touchdown for Del Este, and hits Cobb down the sideline. It is a tough day for defenses when DJ Yost can go for 30 and Cobb can go for 50 on almost back-to-back plays for the Sooner offense. What a play.
Del Este, hands off. Yost, straight ahead, looking for the red. Bam! Oh, she's just short. 1st and goal coming up.
I feel like you have to give the ball to DJ Yost right here. 17 carries, almost 170 yards. Last week she had 17 as well, but you have to repay the running back right here. Give her the ball and let her punch it in.
Handoff this time to Avery. No gain on the play. 2nd and goal.
And the Gator defense honoring a little bit of a bend, don't break. They're not done fighting yet, even though the scoreboard is against them. They are not giving up.
It's Yost in the backfield. Keeper by Mateo, and he's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And a nice little 40-burger in Norman, Oklahoma. What a read and what a drive by the Sooner offense. 6 plays. It only took a minute off the clock. You'd like to see him take more, but it's a 31-point game with 5.5 left. I think it's safe to say that the fat lady is done with her dress rehearsal and she's walking to the stage.
Well, if it's a quick drive by Florida that does not result in any points, it is as good as over. Florida needs to get something going here. Crazier things have happened, especially in this league, as Dylan Reed brings it forward. Here we go, 1st and 10 Gators in a last gasp here, which, I mean, let's honestly, it is, the odds are stacked against them, but clock doesn't say zeros yet. Schmidt drops back to pass, throws, that's caught by, looked like Duke Hancock. 2nd and 1. Over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by St. Major for Virginia Tech, and they are going for 2 right now. We'll let you know how that goes. 2nd down and 1 here for Jack Schmidt and the Gators, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 28-16, Michigan State lead with about 7 minutes left. Throw towards the left side for the screen. It's King. He's got the 1st down.
And this Florida offense, I mean, they're going to take what the Sooners defense gives them, but 31-point game, under 5 minutes left. This Oklahoma defense is just in the mentality of, we're just not going to give up any big plays over top.
Schmidt in the pistol. Steps back, throws, caught by Jackson, and he'll pick up 4 yards on the play.
And Jackson doing his best to fight for every yard, ends up right at 50 yards on the night after that catch. A good throw by Jack Schmidt.
Jackson Brown with his 11th tackle of the night on that play. Schmidt hands off to King, and he's going to get the first down. Staying with him was Caleb Allen, finally wraps him up after the gain, and it's 1st and 10.
And Aaron King may only be at 53 yards on the night, but the Gator offense is over 100 yards of rushing on the night.
CJ Jackson in the backfield with Schmidt. Dropping back to pass, throws right side, caught by Reed, 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
And Reed probably wanted to turn it upfield and get a few more yards. He had some blockers downfield, but he does step out of bounds and stops the clock.
Schmidt takes the snap, dropping back, throws left side, Jackson. Just over the 40, a 2-yard gain, and it's 1st and 10.
And we have a moderately decent or moderately big Twitch update.
Whoa.
Virginia Tech gets a pick 6 by Nate Skinner, his 2nd pick of the night. Virginia Tech now trails 28-23 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in that game.
Just when you thought that one was over, that's a 1-possession ball game now. Schmidt in the gun, drops back. 3.5 minutes here. Hunter tried for him, but he missed, and he'll go forward, picks up 2 yards. Looks like the one to get him was Lamar Carr, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
And Akuma Hunter's going to go to the sideline and get a couple of slaps on the head for not finishing that sack. He's going to be more disappointed in himself than anything because the Sooners are now selling out on every play.
Back to pass. Schmidt dumps that one off to King, and he's wrapped up and sat down by Franklin McLaughlin.
The classic 3rd and screen play. It's not what you want to see if you're the Gators. I mean, it's pretty much, it's all but done at this point now, and you need shots down the field, and 5-6 yard gains are good early in the game, not when you're down 31 points.
Here we go, back to pass. Schmidt going deep for the first down, caught, and Stacy Smith gives the Gators a little bit of life.
Coming back to it for her 2nd catch of the game, moves the chains, a good 4th down conversion.
Schmidt in the pistol, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he is brought down. Hunter finishes him off. Check that, that's Jackson Chambers, as Chambers gets his 4th tackle of the night.
Florida running the triple option with Aaron King and CJ Jackson. Schmidt probably should have pitched that to Jackson, give him a chance to get to the edge.
Under center, it's Schmidt, 2nd and 12. Takes the snap, and we're going to be around 2 minutes when this play is over as Schmidt slides with 2:05. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Jack Smith making the business decision there to not take the hit. I understand it. At this point in the game, you just want to get out of here injury-free.
Under 2 minutes to play. Schmidt takes the snap, drops back, throwing for the end zone. That is caught by Stacy Smith, just shy of it, 1st and goal.
And that was probably the best throw of the night that we've seen from Jack Schmidt, throwing it before Stacy Smith even came out of her break, right on the sideline into the numbers. They may review it. Looks like she was on the sidelines for that catch, but it was a great throw nonetheless.
1:44 remaining in this one. Handoff this time to the big man, Michael Vasquez. 1-yard pickup, 2nd and goal.
And if I am correct, Michael Vasquez is the 4-star defensive tackle getting the handoff, one of the defensive touchdowns.
Handoff this time to King, and he's short. 3rd and goal coming up.
I mean, I'd say give it to Vasquez again. We love seeing big boys get touchdowns, let alone defensive big boys get touchdowns.
70 seconds left on a big 3rd and goal. Strong eye. Handoff. Jackson. Nope. And there again was Chambers.
And Oklahoma selling out on it. Florida not even attempting to disguise what they're doing right here. And Jackson met immediately.
A flag as it looked like Florida jumped off sides, and they did.
Again, just one of those plays where you're just going to look back and put your palm to your face and shake your head because you just shot yourself in the foot again.
4th and goal. Schmidt. Dropping back to pass. Looking to throw. Finds C.J. Jackson. Going nowhere. Shoved out of bounds by, it looked like Devin Dudley. And that'll give it back to Oklahoma, who are probably going to run this a couple times and call it a night.
And Elon, that was picture perfect by the Oklahoma defense. They knew exactly what Florida was going to do, and they're going to throw it short of the end zone. Let's rally, let's make the stop. And it's just a bow on a night for what was a very solid performance by the Sooners.
2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain by DJ Yost. What a game she had tonight. Keeper by Mateo Del Este. 1st down. Still on his feet. He could end this with a flourish to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. I don't believe it. What a way to end this one for Mateo Del Este.
And I would argue that is a career-long, if not a league-long, 95-yard touchdown run by Del Este as time expires. Nail in the coffin for the Gators. You don't want to leave feeling bad about your performance, but my goodness, the generational talent stomping his foot on the gas. I don't care if there's zeros on the clock. We're not done.
That was the longest since season 4. So we just saw a legendary moment from a legendary player, the sophomore, Mateo Del Este. He is a star, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him. So that is going to do it. Our final score, it is Oklahoma 48, Florida 10. Cade, your final thoughts after that electric ending.
Del Este gets over 400 yards on the night, 5 touchdowns. I mean, it was just a complete performance. Offense, defense, special teams. You got turnovers, you got picks, or you got sacks. You got long plays, passing, running, everything you wanted to see from the Sooners. It was picture perfect for Oklahoma.
A big thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer tonight, Mike Peters, and of course my broadcast partner for tonight's action, Mr. Cade Padgett. I'm Elon Olive, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We're not done yet. We got the second half of our doubleheader coming up at 8:30 Central Time right here on YouTube when Clemson takes on Alabama. Again, your final score, it's Oklahoma 48 and Florida 10. Everybody tune over to Twitch, as that has been an exciting game to see the ending of that one. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you later.